Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation presented today by Specialist David Colon from the 127th AEB, 1st BCT 82nd Airborne Division.
Almighty God, we bow before you on this wonderful day, a day rich in military tradition, honor, and pride, to thank you for your unmerited blessing and unending love. We offer thanks and praise for granting us the strength and grace to attain this goal, being better prepared to lead others, to zealously support and defend our Constitution, and to exemplify what is moral, right, and good. As we leave this academy and return to our places of duty, we will seek your hand to guide us. Give us the resolve and wisdom to trust in you as we accept the challenge of service which awaits us. And we humbly beseech your continued blessing for our Army and our nation. All this we ask in your holy name, if it is your will. Amen.
Today we honor the graduates of Basic Leader Course Class 3-22. Of the 320 students initially enrolled in the course, 316 are graduating today. These soldiers have undergone extensive training in the necessary fundamentals to become leaders in our Army and are now prepared to accept the challenges inherent in the duties of non-commissioned officers. The Basic Leader course is a 22 academic day course consisting of 169 academic hours. It is MOS non-specific and requires soldiers from combat arms, combat support, and combat surface support to interact and work as a team. Instruction at BLC is accomplished through the use of the Army Experiential Learning Module methodology. Lessons are facilitated in a small group setting with a collaborative approach, which allows soldiers to discover information and then apply it to new and ambiguous situations. The Basic Leader course focuses on 6 leader core competencies: readiness, leadership, training, management, communications, operations, and program management. The course is designed to build basic leader and trainer skills needed to lead a team-size element while providing the foundation for further development along the professional military education learning continuum. Today, we present to you Class 3-22, ready to return to their units and eager to accept the responsibilities of leading, training, motivating, and caring for the soldiers in their charge. Please direct your attention to the far left of the formation of troops, where the Adjutant, Specialist Wesley Kubasek, will direct sound attention. The host for today's graduation ceremony is the Commandant of the 18th Airborne Corps and Fort Bragg Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, Command Sergeant Major Mark A. Ring.
Sergeant Major, the class is full. Let's keep the graduation ceremony.
The Distinguished Honor Graduate is the student that achieves the highest academic average and earns a first-time go on all performance evaluations and written examinations. During the course, each student has the opportunity to compete for this title. The Distinguished Honor Graduate of Basic Leader Course, Class 3-22, earning a 100 grade point average is Specialist Ryan Baker from the 178th Signal Company, 82nd Special Troop Battalion, 82nd Sustainment Brigade, 82nd Airborne Division. Specialist Baker will receive the Certificate of Achievement signed by the 18th Airborne Corps Command Team. On behalf of the United States Service Automobile Association, Specialist Baker will receive a $100 gift card presented today by Command Sergeant Major Retired Butler Kendrick. On behalf of the Braxton Bragg chapter of the Association of the United States Army, Command Sergeant Major Retired Jimmy Spencer will present the Distinguished Honor Graduate Trophy. On behalf of the U.S. Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights, Specialist Baker will receive a certificate for a tandem jump presented today by Master Sergeant Michael Cooney. On behalf of the Delta chapter of Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity, he will receive a certificate presented today by Command Sergeant Major Ring. Specialist Baker will also receive a Sergeant's Major Association coin and a $50 gift card from Mission Barbecue presented by Command Sergeant Major Retired Michael M. Anderson, the Fort Bragg Sergeant's Major Association Adjutant. At this time, Command Sergeant Major Retired Michael M. Anderson is also presenting a Sergeant's Major Association coin and a $50 Mission Barbecue gift card to the remainder of the awardees. Lastly, Specialist Baker will receive a Commandant's coin presented by Command Sergeant Major Ring. The honor graduate is the student that achieves the second highest academic average and earns a first-time go on all performance evaluations and written examinations. During the course, each student has the opportunity to compete for this title. The honor graduate of Basic Leader Course Class 3-22, earning a 100 grade point average is Specialist Tyler McGrath from Bravo Company, 251st Infantry Battalion, 1st Brigade Combat Team, 82nd Airborne Division. Specialist McGrath is receiving a Certificate of Achievement signed by the 18th Airborne Corps Command Team. On behalf of the United States Service Automobile Association, Specialist McGrath will receive a $50 gift card presented today by Command Sergeant Major Retired Butler Kendrick. He will also receive U.S. flag replica on behalf of the 1st Command Financial Services presented today by Lieutenant Colonel Retired Greg Larson. On behalf of the Delta Chapter Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity, he will receive a certificate presented today by Command Sergeant Major Ring. Lastly, Specialist McGrath will receive a Commandant's coin presented by Command Sergeant Major Ring. Each platoon nominates one soldier to compete for the Distinguished Leadership Award. The selected soldier must score 90% or above on their leadership evaluation and all other graded requirements. The winner is determined through a rigorous screening and voting process conducted by the branch chief and senior small group leaders. The Distinguished Leadership Awardee of BLC Class 3-22 is Specialist Luanda Fu from the 82nd Finance Battalion, 82nd Sustainment Brigade, 82nd Airborne Division. This award is named in honor of the 1st Enlisted Commandant of the 18th Airborne Corps in Fort Bragg, Non-Commissioned Officer Academy. Specialist Fu will receive the David L. Clark Leadership Award. On behalf of the Golden Knights, Specialist Fu will receive a certificate for a tandem jump presented today by Master Sergeant Michael Cooney. On behalf of the Delta Chapter of Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity, he will receive a certificate presented today by Command Sergeant Major Ring. Lastly, Specialist Fu will receive a Commandant's coin presented by Command Sergeant Major Ring. The small group leader of the cycle is selected by the Commandant. The winner is determined through a board appearance, a written examination, a demanding physical fitness challenge, and their overall ability to teach, coach, and mentor students during the 22-day course. The BLC Class 3-22 Small Group Leader of the Cycle is Staff Sergeant Mark A. Becker, 10th Platoon Small Group Leader. Staff Sergeant Becker is being awarded the Army Achievement Medal for his professionalism, military bearing, and initiative which resulted in his selection as the small group leader of the cycle. Staff Sergeant Becker will also receive a Memorandum of Commendation and a Certificate of Achievement signed by the 18th Airborne Corps Command Team. On behalf of the 1st Command Financial, Staff Sergeant Becker will also receive a $50 gift card presented by Lieutenant Colonel Retired Greg Larson. On behalf of the Delta Chapter of Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity, he will receive a certificate presented by Command Sergeant Major Ring. On behalf of the United States Service Automobile Association, Staff Sergeant Becker will receive a Leatherman presented by today Command Sergeant Major Retired Butler Kendrick. Lastly, on behalf of Caliber Collision, Staff Sergeant Becker will receive an engraved pin set presented by Command Sergeant Major Retired Patrick Brooks.
Yes, thank you for attending today's ceremony, whether in person or virtually. It's an honor for me to be here today with all of you. I'd like to thank the cadre for all their hard work. Your dedication to developing these young leaders is much appreciated. Please join me in a round of applause for these first-class facilitators. Class 03-22, congratulations on this huge accomplishment. You are all better leaders for attending this course. Go back to your units proud with your heads held high. We're honored today to have a great leader as our guest speaker. Command Sergeant Major William Gallant comes to us from 1st Battalion, 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment. Please join me in a round of applause for Command Sergeant Major Gallant.
Commanders, Command Sergeants Major, sponsors, Command Sergeant Major Ring, Sergeant Major Adams, faculty, friends, family, and Basic Leader Course 3-22, the opportunity to speak to you today is truly humbling, and I appreciate your brief attention. I attended the Primary Leadership Development course in January 2005 at the U.S. Army Alaska Non-Commissioned Officer Academy. Part of this experience was receiving a milk crate full of sections of the various manuals we would need for the blocks of instruction to include our open book tests. There were no prerequisites such as distributed learning courses, and we learned through dialogue and discourse with our peers and small group leaders. The most memorable moment in my PLAC experience was chasing snowflakes around the formation area with our snow shovels, ensuring it remained free of snow as we waited to form up for our graduation rehearsal. At this point, a member of the USRAC band asked why we were doing this instead of waiting for the snow to stop and clearing it all at the same time. My fellow infantrymen and I looked at each other in wonder, each pondering why in the same world someone would ask why, and we scolded him for the question as our leaders had conditioned us to execute and never ask why. Fast forward 16 years as a member of a mentorship panel, I advised a group of future infantry officers currently attending the United States Military Academy at West Point to always provide their future soldiers with the reason why they are doing things. Similarly, conversations with my battalion commander often include the phrase, "Sir, you can tell them why now, or we can tell them later when it's not done right, but they have to know." This begs the question, what has changed within me as a leader? There are two seemingly simple answers that are complementary to answering this question. The first is to encourage commitment rather than compliance. As I consider why I did things my leaders told me, honest reflection reveals there were times I just did them. There was no sincere effort, no buy-in. I just executed and moved on. When I was passionate about something or felt it would be helpful for my advancement, I applied more effort. Imagine, if you will, an army where our paratroopers and soldiers merely do the bare minimum required to get by. You can remove the need for awards, as no soldier or paratrooper would go beyond what any situation required. And there would be no need to recognize valorous action in combat. More importantly, there would be no innovation, no initiative, and the pride of our organizations would dissolve. That is not an army I wish to be a part of. Helping our soldiers understand why we do things to keep our proud traditions alive. It fosters esprit de corps and promotes initiative. Many have said that we stand on the shoulders of giants, a phrase that shows deference to our predecessors. Our predecessors have endured hardships we could never imagine. Combat so fierce that forces would lose thousands or tens of thousands in a single battle, integrating diverse ethnicities and cultures in combat only to return home to segregated communities, being the guiding light for our country to demonstrate that regardless of how we look, how we speak, we are all human beings that bleed red. Stifling innovation and initiative by failing to explain why we do things is a smack in the face of those giants whose shoulders we stand upon. Explaining why helps to define the problem in context, enabling our soldiers to make decisions aligned with the commander's intent and to accomplish their tasks in the most efficient way possible. The second answer is even more simple. Caring for America's greatest resource, the American soldier, is our greatest charge. As members of the Corps of non-commissioned officers, you are the advocate for your soldiers and paratroopers, and I beg you to show me a more critical and complex task. By telling your soldiers why they do things in garrison, they will trust and respect you as a leader, not question even the most difficult of orders in the most dangerous environments. I encourage you to take a moment to think of the one leader you would follow in the depths of hell on earth and consider why you would follow them. In most cases, it's because you respect them and know they would never put you at risk unnecessarily. Explaining why your soldiers are required to do even the most menial task in garrison instills that respect and confidence in your leadership abilities, enabling mission accomplishment regardless of the battlefield. One word of caution on this topic. Never accept this is how we've always done it or blame your higher headquarters as an answer for why, nor should you ever provide that response. We owe it to our soldiers to understand why we are doing something before asking them to do it, and this applies in garrison, physical training, tactical training, combat. Unlike my experience, you have access to almost every field manual, Army technique publication, doctrine publication, training circular, and regulation at your fingertips. Explore why things are done a certain way and synthesize that information into something your soldiers can understand. I ask that you please not take this lightly, as you are the senior leaders of my generation's children, and I trust the leadership that you will provide them will meet or exceed the leadership my generation has provided you. Congratulations on your successful completion of the basic leader course and entry into the Corps of non-commissioned officers. You have proven worthy of being members of the Corps, but your focus must now shift to accepting your role as leaders of our future, stewards of our profession, and advocates for our nation's children who choose to serve. I am honored to be a part of your graduation ceremony and congratulate you again on your achievement. Strike hold, airborne, all the way.
At this moment, small group leader of the cycle, Staff Sergeant Becker, would like to present Command Sergeant Major William Gallant with a certificate of appreciation on behalf of the NCO Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, in accordance with Milford Message number 21-205, the 238 eligible graduates of Class 3-22 will be laterally promoted to the rank of corporal for their successful completion of basic leader course. Please hold all the phone. Non-commissioned officers, please rise and join us in reciting the Creed of the Non-Commissioned Officer.
The Creed of the Non-Commissioned Officer!
Creed of the Non-Commissioned Officer!
No one is more professional than I!
I am a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize I remember a time on the Corps, which is known as the Backbone of the Army. I am proud of the Corps of non-commissioned officers, and will at all times conduct myself serving for the Corps, military service, and my country, regardless of the situation in which I find myself. I will not use my grade, position, and take refuge from conflict or safety. Confidence is my wealth.
my soldiers and never leave them uninformed. I will be fair and impartial when recommending both rewards and punishment. Officers in my unit will have maximum time to accomplish their duties. They will not have to accomplish mine. I will earn their respect and confidence as well as that of my soldiers. I will be loyal to those with whom I serve, seniors, peers, and subordinates alike. I will exercise initiative by taking appropriate action in the absence of orders. I will not compromise my integrity nor my moral courage. I will not forget, nor will I allow my comrades to forget. We are professionals, non-commissioned officers, leaders.
Pass and review. Pass